Yeah, so Brother Cliff, we got another Friday to unpack some things.
Now, it's Memorial Day weekend coming up, and
Right.
some of the things that have happened earlier this week. We continue to, I don't know, in some instances show our stupid black asses. But the NFL and their ruling on what they want to do with the players with respect to the national anthem.
Okay.
I think it's going to cause more confusion than remedy. Ever since Colin Kaepernick did this, and he's really done his job well.
Right.
And just like the ESPN analyst said, and we've talked about it ad nauseum, no matter what you tell the people in white America, that taking a knee is in no way disrespectful toward the flag, veterans, or whatever. They just don't want to hear it. So this stay in the locker room while the national anthem is being played and then come out.
Right.
I think it reeks on a couple of fronts. Number one, you still don't really honor the reasons why the players are taking a knee with their freedom of speech and ability to do that. I think the owners are also catering to their bottom line.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, the majority of the fan base is white. The majority of the players, I think I've read in several articles, 75 to 80% of the NFL is black. It's going to be very interesting to see how these things play out when you have probably on some of these teams a large segment of players in the locker room. I'm almost willing to bet when they come out of the locker room, there might even be some booze and whatever else. It's a mess.
There will be booze. You could bet it'll be like, at least I could bet 90% that there will be booze when those players stay in the locker room for the national anthem and they come out after the anthem. I could bet 90% that they will get booed. So and it's going to be every time.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. They should be booing, at least for the Los Angeles Rams, the two homosexual black men who have decided to be professional cheerleaders, but that's another topic. It's funny how they can get that done. But anyway,
go into the topic, talk about it, like why is it so detrimental to the black community as far as
well, this is just another example of the owners. Again, this is steeped in, I'm white and I say so, to take a page out of Tariq Nasheed. It's control. You are not, black athlete, going to throw up in our face what you want to do. What better platform is there to throw up than Colin Kaepernick chose? You got a lot of folk around the country who they look at the flag as a sacred thing, and where, basically, black athlete, black entertainer, do your entertainment, make us laugh, make us clap, make
jump
us
high,
jump, but don't get involved in any serious topics, even if they do pertain to you. We'll keep shooting unarmed black men and women and children, and we'll do what the hell we want to do. After all, you don't have any mechanisms within your community to have any serious recoil. The Congressional Black Caucus, we've even had a black president, 2 black attorney generals. None of them are going to do anything.
How about the fact that...
Or have done anything, can't do anything, won't do anything.
How about the fact that these entertainers and athletes will not even spend their money to uplift the black community? Like, they can't even do... Like, you remember when Oprah did the school, everybody complained. Well, she did it over there because she felt like she wasn't going to get as much backlash from the dominant society for doing the same thing over here.
But I do tend to agree with some commentary, and I was one of those, why the hell did Oprah go halfway around the world? But then again, to some degree, she knew they were hungry for education. It's almost a damn shame that she would probably have to dig deep and look under a rock for some of the children we have over here who look at education as nothing. It's not taken as seriously.
Right.
So you do have a little of that. Things in its proper balance. And as far as some of these rich black people, athletes, business people, they do give a lot of money to some of our institutions and some of our black institutions in education and political and so forth, but they do it under the radar. One of the things you see with a lot of wealthy black people, if they're doing anything to benefit black people, it's almost never brought forth into the big mainstream scheme of things.
And you know why, right?
Now they will talk about. I've heard black entertainers and black athletes, well-known people, talk about giving to certain things that are neutral. You know, the United Way, the Red Cross. They'll talk about things like that, and those are important too. The Heart Association, things that transcend race is fine, but the minute you specifically target something, you're black and you want to uplift something specifically. I mean, let's face it, we had a black president who couldn't even do that.
Right. but again,
you got black candidates who can't even do that.
They're gonna get serious backlash. It's plain and simple. They're gonna get backlash from the media. They're gonna get backlash from probably the sponsors, saying that why can't you do it for all? That's usually what we hear. You know, they're gonna get the back.
We can get black people to forgive. We can get black people to call on the black community for forgiving some white person who's done something egregious, i.e. Steve Harvey gets black America essentially to forgive and apologize, to forgive Paula Deen and all of the things that she did, as he's the spokesperson. So we always have these coon agents and these type of people in our community. We've had them for decades, for centuries, you name it. Any move to really uplift the black community in general, at large, to get our thinking going in a particular way, white America will do what they need to do.
They get scrutinized.
To divert, diminish, dilute, destroy, you name it, if that's what it takes to get that idea off the table.
Exactly. And you know, you want to talk about some solutions that you were saying as far as the generational solution